This is Robert Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're here at the LD Micro Main Event 2015 in Bel Air, California. With me is Mike Pruitt from Chanticleer Holdings. The symbol is HOTR. Mike, welcome back to SNNLive.
It's always good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming back onto the program.
No, my pleasure.
For our audience who may not be familiar with the story,
Okay.
let's get an overview of the company.
Okay, Chanticleer is in the restaurant space. We're, as evidenced by our symbol HOTR, we're known for that we own part of the Hooters restaurant chain. And we also are an international franchisee for Hooters. And so today we have 15 Hooters restaurants that we also own, making us the fourth biggest franchisee in the concept. And again, part owner, and I sit on the board of Hooters. But over the last 2 years, we've expanded greatly in the Better Burger category, where we brought in a gentleman by the name of Rich Adams. And with Rich's guidance, we've acquired now 4 Better Burger concepts. And so today we actually have 40 Better Burger stores versus the 15 Hooters and then the 7 Just Fresh restaurants that we currently own.
Okay, so it's been a while since we had you on it, I think a few months. So for our audience, let's get an update about what's been happening at Chanticleer.
Okay, since we've been on in the last 90 days, we did a rights offering where we raised a little over $6.5 million, and we used the proceeds of that to acquire the Little Big Burger chain up in Portland, Oregon. And we also, because we were so successful and raised a little bit more than we had originally anticipated, we also bought out our partner in our Hooters business in Australia. So today we've got 80% of that business down there, which is currently 5 stores, versus what we used to have 60, but we actually got rid of the old partner, and the new 20% owner is a new passive investor that's a very successful Australian businessman.
Okay, cool. So moving forward and with all the concepts that you have in the franchising model, what seems to be some of the main targets? Are you looking to expand even more internationally for Hooters and also for Better Burger as well?
Well, I think next year will be a year on the Hooters side internationally that we'll see slow, if any, growth on the Hooters side. We're really going to focus our efforts next year on franchising our Better Burger concept, BGR, where this year alone we've had 1 franchisee in Kuwait that's opened 3 stores and soon to be 4. We've got a couple of other opportunities there to sell some territories that we're looking and hope will come to fruition. And then domestically, they've got some stores here that we've expanded in Texas. We've got a couple more locations from a franchising perspective there. And then we've already said publicly we've got a 9th Little Big Burger that we just signed the lease on. We got a 10th that we're trying to get under lease. We got our 7th Just Fresh we're trying to get under lease. And then we just literally opened 2 weeks ago, and it's just been wildly successful, the BGR in Springfield, Virginia, which made their 10th company store location. So Hooters this year is probably going to be a little, not so much growth from our standpoint. Obviously, the parent company will continue to do amazingly well, but we probably won't grow so much this year on the Hooters side.
So I'm curious because I'm unfortunately I'm in California, so I haven't been to a Better Burger yet. Tell me, what is it like? What's the concept all about?
Well, you have probably, you just don't realize it, because Habit Burger is very successful here, and Habit Burger is considered a Better Burger concept. In fact, the private equity firm that was behind Habit Burger is the same firm as my partners on Hooters. So I'm very familiar with Habit Burger. It's a great concept, great chain, and it's done incredibly well, and I'm sure it will continue to do well. So that concept, is very similar to what our concepts would be, whether it's BGR in DC or Little Big Burger up in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay. But maybe for our audience that may not have been to one of the Better Burger concepts, what's the experience like?
So it's look, it takes you back in time, so it's like when we were kids, where it's no frozen patties, it's fresh ground beef in the morning, no GMOs, organic, it's the best quality beef you can find in a burger. It's slightly bigger than what you would buy at a quick serve restaurant. So most of them are at least 4 ounces, if not 6 ounces, which is a little on the bigger side, and fresh brioche buns, fresh ingredients. So it's a step above, and it's the old joke. I never thought I'd pay $9 for a burger until I paid $9 for a burger. So.
So I wanted to also ask your opinion on this because Shake Shack I believe it went public this year. So it was this year, right?
End of last.
End of last year, okay. And I wanted to know how that affected what you guys are doing. You guys are in similar space. You're more on the franchising side, but I'm kind of
actually Shake Shack, half their stores are franchised too, especially the international ones. It's a different concept. Danny is an amazing guy, the founder of Shake Shack, and he created his own category called Polished Fast Casual. And so his stores are much bigger. It's a much bigger footprint. Spending a couple $1,000,000 to open them versus what we're spending in the $250,000 to $350,000 to open. So, but the quality of the food is very similar. And so it's Shake Shack's done amazingly well in their niche. And again, not to mention Habit Burger, but they have as well. And look, we have as well too. I mean, our concept BGR in DC has won the last 3 years best burger in DC, and our competition's there as well. So we hold our own.
What I'm curious about is, I don't want to say hurdles, but what's the process in order for somebody to take that franchisee or to start a new franchisee in a new city? How does that work?
Well, look, you have to have experience, right? This business is a tough business. So, you have to have experience in the restaurant industry, or we wouldn't even consider you for a restaurant. I mean, just because you may have, a relative that's willing to put up the money to open one, we don't want you to fail, and we don't certainly want one of our units to fail. So we would not look to that. So we look to partner with experienced operators that may be, a young franchisee, using an example, that's looking to expand into the burger space. And so we give them that opportunity to expand, or one of the pizza concepts, where their franchisees are doing really well with pizza, but hey, they're already in the market, they have resources, they have distribution, they know real estate, and this is a perfect add-on for them.
Okay, so we kind of talked about this in my next question, but I want to get the full picture. Right. We're at the end of 2015. We're going into 2016. From what you can tell me, what are some of the things that you can look forward to, or are some of your goals for the next year?
Well, I mean, look, we did our first ever earnings call, a few weeks ago for Q3, and what we've said is this fourth quarter we're on a $55 million run rate, and we'll be EBITDA positive on a consolidated basis for the fourth quarter and have a sustainable business going forward. We've publicly said that next year, we'll open, 6 to 10 additional restaurants. We don't have to raise capital to do that. We have cash flow to support that, and we'll offer some of those will be franchise locations, and hopefully, if we're successful, we'll get some new franchise territories sold. So, look, that's a 25% growth rate for next year organically with no need to raise capital. And look, we've proven we can identify high quality acquisitions when they make themselves available. And if we can get our stock back to reflect the value that we've already created, then certainly we would look potentially to add on, with an acquisition if the opportunity there and the right price presented itself and our stock was fairly reflective.
And how do you think the Chanticleer's baseball team will do in 2016?
Well, the good news is my Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina, this most likely will be its best year that it's had in a few years. And look, last year they went to the playoffs, lost to Texas A&M, so it's not like it was a bad year last year, but we have a great team coming back, and some great recruits that have come in, so I'm bullish. And I hope all the Chanticleers out there are bullish on my, HOTR too.
So where can our audience go and find more information about Chanticleer Holdings?
Okay, they can go to our website, which is www.chanticleerholdings.com. And again, our stock symbol is HOTR, so they can pull it up on any financial site, and they can guide them right to where they need to go.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're here at the LD Micro Main Event 2015 in Bel Air, California. With me again is Mike Pruitt from Chanticleer Holdings. The symbol is HOTR. Mike, thank you again so much.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.